All right, there it is. 4105. From what I've discovered, that is the Dixieland serial number, so that's cool. I'll have to do some digging to find out the serial number and when this might have been, but based on what I've looked into from this kit thus far, probably mid-60s. Again, I think the whole kit in its setup here, we've got 13, 20, 14, which is weird, but from what I gathered, the Kent stuff was sold mostly as a 3-piece tom, kick, snare, and the floor toms are a la carte. So I've seen several out there where a mismatched floor tom seems to be the norm. Did a little poking around. Again, haven't taken anything off or apart. Looked in the one air hole vent grommet here, and I can't really see any stamping inside. Sure looks like Slingerland hardware from what I remember. Inside does look like a mahogany shell with reinforcement rings, which is kind of cool. The snare drum stand that came with the Gretsch was pretty beat, not super functional, which to be expected. Looks like the hoops might be a little out of round. Hopefully the shell's in decent shape. Got some cosmetic stuff going on. Again, these were in a basement. Hopefully not a lot of water damage. You can definitely see some weird warping from that angle. I did procure some bass drum spurs. Found some stuff we could use there. So anyway, we're gonna see what we got here. I actually have a Dixieland New Orleans-y gig coming up. Might just try and play them as is. See what we got. Tweak them a little bit. See what they sound like without throwing a bunch of time and money into them. And play around a little bit. Kids are sleeping, so we'll make some noise on them tomorrow and see what we got. All right, friends, we've got the kit set up. Cymbals on stands. I've got a few mics thrown up here too. I'm gonna do a little rough recording so we see what it sounds like. First, here's some cell phone video. Floor tom. I haven't touched these, by the way. Pretty boingy, pretty wild, probably original heads. Again, don't know what this is. The only thing I can find on one of these, it says, oops, one of these made in Japan. Looking internally, it looks like kind of a mahogany with maple reinforcement rings. Here's our bass drum. Interesting sounding. There's definitely some felt on the heads. Here's our 13. Also interesting sounding. There's definitely a felt strip right here. Snare drum. This we did decide is a Gretsch Dixieland. Original heads on that too. Pretty cool sounding. This is my favorite so far. New beats, it seems, or old Zildjian hi-hats in general. Very cool. 16-inch crash. Seems like an old A. I don't know. Cool, trashy sound. A little gongy. I haven't really inspected it. I don't know if there's any cracks in there or whatever. But we'll see. Maybe that might be a better used as like a 16-inch hi-hat with some other 16. Anyway, I'm going to throw up some mics and try to see what this thing sounds like. I'll throw the iPhone audio up as well. Give you the full 60 walk around here. Pardon the mess. Still need to do some cleaning up. Again, haven't touched these at all. Have a gig coming up that I think I'm going to try them out on, so we'll see about that. The bass drum hoops look a little funky. That's the biggest thing I see so far outside of just cleaning. So stay tuned.